Good morning and welcome back to my channel. It's 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday the 4th of December. Okay, I want to talk this week about eating on plan, not starving on plan or depriving ourselves on plan or even dieting on plan. I've noticed for myself that I can get a decent result when I'm eating plenty of food, I'm not going hungry, I am satisfied, and I don't feel like I'm on a diet. And because I know the end game is always getting to target, I wonder actually how many of us achieve that. I know for myself that if I don't eat enough, if I experience a lot of hunger, if I feel resentful or deprived, I'd never make target because I'd crash and burn well before I got there, or I'd crash and burn at least 100 times before I got there. And I think for myself, and I'm only speaking for myself, consistency is what will get me to target. Several years ago, well quite a few years ago, a guy called Sir David Brailsford took charge as coach of the Great Britain cycling team. And he pulled them through and he made them the best in the world. And he did that by saying to them, take your eyes off the podium, keep your eyes on your pedals. In other words, you may be training for the Olympics. It may be 3 years away. You can't think every day gold, 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 or silver, silver, silver. You've got to think, am I doing the best I can to achieve that? And for me on Slimming World, yes, I know it's all about target, but I've also lived at target for in excess of 5 years. And I'll tell you in all honesty, when you get there, it's great. You feel good for a day, and then you battle like hell to stay there. And I think for me, from experience, I know for me, from experience, that unless I get to target, eating a good amount of food, enjoying what I eat, only eating what I enjoy, not depriving myself and never going hungry, then I'll never stay at target. And we talk about having a 6-pound bubble, but most of us could blow 6 pounds out the water in a week if we tried, couldn't we? And the rest. So Joe and I were talking about it this week, and Joe used an expression, didn't you? You were saying about you've got to eat really well.
Oh, you want to lose weight on as much food as you can.
Exactly, that was it, sorry. Not eat, it is eating well, but if you've got to find a balance where you can continue to lose weight and actually eating as much as you can. Now I've tried that this week. I've eaten below, sorry I'm stuttering a bit, I've eaten between 12 and 14 sins every day. I've eaten plenty of free food, plenty of speed food, and I've really enjoyed what I've eaten, but I haven't cooked one meal from scratch this week. I've been seeing if I could do it and lose weight, eating ready prepared food and adding vegetables. So that's what I've done this week. I've been eating stuff that I bought in Iceland, either Slimming World or a company called MyProtein, right? Knowing that as a really busy person, we could just arrive home, even if it was like 1:45 in the afternoon, stick some veg on, stick my main course of my meal in the microwave, and be ready to eat within 15 minutes. And at tea time, I've been buying ready prepared salad things, not with lettuce and tomato, God forbid for me, that would not work, but with quinoa, with rice, with pasta, with all the different things you can buy. And if you look in the supermarkets, from Morrison's to Asda to Sainsbury's to Aldi to Lidl, wherever you choose to shop, you can find ready prepared things in there that you can just pick up for 3, 4, 5 cents. And if you're going to use your sins, which you should be doing, because it's 5 to 15 and you are allowed to have 15, it's not a target, but you're allowed it. If you're going to use your sins within your meals and fill yourself up, then there's less chance that you're going to get halfway through the afternoon and think, I need a snack. I've got the nibbles. Because for me, snacking ain't what it's about. Eating proper food, eating a good amount of food, never being hungry, always being satisfied is what will get me to target. And when I get to target, I can continue eating a good amount of food, never being hungry, always being satisfied, and stay there. Now I'm going to give you an example of this on plan. Please forgive me, Doris, for name dropping, but there is a lady who comments on my videos. Her name's Doris Downey. Doris has been with me for years. Since I was vlogging as a Maintaining Target member, Doris has been with me. And Doris has been at Target for years. And I'll tell you today, if I worked this plan like Doris does, I'd deserve to be at Target. Because if you go back, I think 2 of my videos, Doris put up in the comment column what she was going to eat that day. She eats well. She's inventive, she cooks, she bakes. I mean, in last week's comment, she was mentioning making mincemeat muffins rather than mince pies. She bakes all sorts of things. She lives alone she's got a little dog called Holly, but she's catering for herself. But she's also the member of quite a decent sized family, and she caters for her family, and she joins in with family events because they're a loving, caring family and they're a sharing family. But I can remember a time when Doris used to take her mum out. My mum was elderly like my mum is, and Doris used to take her mum out. But she didn't take her mum out and watch her mum eat jam and cream scone or something. Doris would factor it into her plan. She factors everything into her plan. She's a fabulous Target member. And the beauty of what Doris does is 99 times out of 100, she's living at the bottom end of her target. So when she goes on holiday, when Christmas comes around, she's got wiggle room. This is how to work the plan. And she eats well, and she eats proper food, and she never moans about being hungry. And I think she factors in snacks and things like that. You can if you want to. What you can't do is kid yourself that you're going to, and sorry, this is my opinion, and I am pretty vocal about what I believe around this plan. What you can't do is live in a state of hunger and deprivation to get to Target, and then expect to live differently at Target. Because if you get to Target by starving yourself and depriving yourself, that's all you've got to look forward to for all the time you intend to stay at Target. And if you're a youngish person, or even if you're my age, if you're 68, if I got to Target quickly by starving myself, then I'd have to starve myself to stay there. And as I intend to hang around for a good few more years, I don't want to look forward to starving myself forever so that I can say I feel healthier because I'm slimmer. It really makes a difference if you can do what Joe says and eat plenty and lose weight. So I'm functioning around that sort of idea. I want to get to a weight that I'm comfortable at. I don't have a target in mind. I don't want a target. I've been there, I've done that, I've worn the t-shirt, I've ate the pie. And staying at Target, it's not the be all and end all. Being at a healthy weight, feeling great. If I could stay at Target in the way Doris does and stay at the bottom of the Target and eat really well, I would feel like I cracked it. You know, I would feel like I've got there. But if I've got to starve myself and live on lettuce and deprive myself of sins, because I've been in plenty of groups and watched plenty of videos where people eat next to nothing, where people barely use their sins. You know, I had 2 sins today. Oh, good on you, starve yourself. I'm not envious. As I say, the sins are a part of the plan. They're not something that you should be joining a group and saying, I'm only going to have 1 or 2 sins. I'm going to have SP days, 4 or 5 days a week to make sure I lose something. I've got to go to the toilet before I go to group. I mustn't wear my Samsung watch because it's heavy. You don't want all those worries in your life. You want to eat well, lose weight gradually, and maintain a healthy weight. That's what it's about. It's not something we should be rejoining like time after time after time, like I've just given you an example of this year. You know, I let it slide, I let emotions, I let feelings, I let bereavements and everything get in the way. And I am so glad that I'm back for 28 weeks. I've now got a 31.5 pound weight loss in 28 weeks. Some people might say to me, hey Jane, that's not very good. I mean, for God's sake, girl, you're barely losing more than £1 a week. When I joined back in May, on the 21st of May, my goal, my intention was to lose £0.5 a week. If I can lose £0.5 a week until my body gets to a level where I'm eating as I'm eating and I'm maintaining, that's getting there. But if I've got to starve myself every week, and I moan if I only lose £0.5, because that frustrates the hell out of me. When I hear people say on YouTube and in life, you know, people I'm in touch with in life, I only lost £0.5. Oh, what do you want me to do? Feel sorry for you? Because there's a £0.5, if you lose it every week, is £26 in a year. Some people come to group and they haven't got any more than that to lose. Do they resent paying the £5.95 to lose £0.5? Why? It's your responsibility or my responsibility to eat appropriately. And if you choose to eat like I'm losing, so that I aim to lose £0.5 a week. Anything more than that £0.5 is a bonus. But if I'm aiming to lose £0.5 a week, then I'm never going to complain, and I'm never going to pop up and say, I only lost £0.5. Oh, pure misery. Don't set yourself up to fail. Set your sights low, but work hard to get there. And work hard in the way I mean by eating well. See that as part of your intention. I'm eating well to lose weight. I'm not starving myself, because you won't keep that up for the next 5, 10, 20 years. Anyway, let me share with you this week some of the things I am enjoying. We'll start at this end. This is vegan protein powders, so it's soy. This comes from a company called MyProtein. Now, I'm not advocating replacing meals with protein powder. But if you're a person who likes to exercise, you're a person who goes to the gym or Zumba or something energetic, protein's a good thing to have, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, it's a supplement to your diet. Yeah.
We all need protein really in our diet, don't we? In some way, shape or form.
Yeah.
This, if you make up a shake with it, if you make it up with water, 30 grams of this, and you can flavour it, or you could put it in a smoothie to add protein to a smoothie. 30 grams of that is 5 sins. What's 5 sins if you've got 15? Right? That's Joe's thing. Joe uses this several times a day because he's a real gym fan. I'm not a gym fan, but if I ever found myself in a position where the meals I was eating were low in protein, then I wouldn't mind having one of those a day, because a measure of that at 30 grams gives you 27 grams of protein.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah. The next one I've got here, which is a MyProtein meal. Now this is exactly the same size as a Slimming World dinner meal, 550 grams. It's lovely. This is creamy king prawn linguine, and I tried it for the first time last week. Compare this to a Slimming World meal, okay? The closest I could find to compare it with was the Slimming World, what's it called, Joe? The Carbonara. Because I was looking for something that was supposed to be in a creamy cheesy sauce. So the Slimming World Carbonara, 550 grams, sin-free, but you have to count an A choice because it's got cheese in it. So in effect, sin-free, apart from the 6 sins of cheese. So you can call it sin-free, you can count it as an A choice, or you could say to yourself, well, 6 sins for the cheese. This one is 10 times nicer, 10 times creamier, and 5 sins. So they are comparable. This one was 536 calories for anybody who counts calories. The Slimming World one is 550. So I could have the 550 calorie Slimming World one and count it as free and an A choice. I've still got my 5 sins, haven't I? That to me is a negative, because I would rather use my sins in a meal. Or I could have this for 5 sins. I've still got my A choice for more cups of tea, which is what suits me. My next thing is this. My Protein natural yogurt. Now you might say, well, natural yogurt's natural yogurt. Yep. But this one has got, that had 42 grams of protein in that meal. This one I think has 47 or 49 grams of protein in this 500ml pot.
Sorry, yeah, 49.
49 grams of protein, which, believe me, I've been eating this week, not every day because I'm not that big a yogurt person. The filling power of this is exceptional because you get in 24.5 grams of protein if you have half a tub of that, and protein has got filling power. Now I could eat the same size tub or half of the same size tub of any natural yogurt, and I don't find that filling at all. But this, it's just lovely. Now this is £3 a pot. The meal is £4.75. This depends what offer you get it on, anything from £25 to £50 for a 2.5 kilo bag. But you're looking to being a healthier, lighter person, you have to invest in yourself. I don't do any of my food planning on reduced items from the supermarket. I'll be perfectly honest with you, I never, and this is not because I'm a snob and this is not because I'm rich, because I'm neither of those things, I never, ever, ever look at the reduced items in supermarkets. I don't want to eat fruit that's half rotten. I don't want to eat lettuce that's limp or mushrooms that are wet. That don't work for me. I want the best quality, the best satisfying, the most enjoyable food I can eat. That's not for everybody. Some people are they're absolutely wizards at buying reduced items. But if something's got today's date on it, I might buy it if I'm going to eat it today, but I wouldn't buy it and eat it tomorrow or the day after. That's just the way I've been brought up. These kind of foods, which people might say, well, that's a bit pricey. You're worth it. I'm worth it. I do it. Right, this here, this is called Flav powder, made by the same company, My Protein, and I'm not sponsored, and I'm not paid, and I don't have an affiliate link, I don't want one. I just tell you about these things because it's part of my plan. So put this with this, and this is vanilla pudding flavour. It's a powder with little tiny bits of biscuit, like Biscoff biscuit in it. 3 grams of that for half a sin, mixed with half a pot of that for no sins. It's absolutely delicious. Now, I have tried the Flav drops because they do flavoured drops. Too artificial sweetener for me. I don't do artificial sweetener flavours. This doesn't have that. 3 grams, about half a teaspoon, isn't it, Joe? It's so flavour packed. That's all you need to mix with half a pot of that, 250 mils of that. This is, as I say, half a sin for 3 grams. Vanilla pudding flavour. They also do salted caramel. They also do chocolate brownie. And I think you can do a lot with that, because imagine mixing one of those, maybe the chocolate brownie flavour, with your overnight oats. Then put some blueberries on top or something, if you like that combination of fruit and chocolate. Imagine mixing the salted caramel one with half a pot of that, and then adding a sliced banana or something. There's all sorts of combinations you could come up with. You know, if you like a mixture of flavours and textures. I could imagine mixing the salted caramel one with that, and then really chopping up one of the peanut hi-fi bars. There's all sorts of things you can do. If you're desperate to have a dessert, I'll have this probably twice a week because I'm more of a savoury person than a dessert person. Now this, I'm not sure about the price. I think we got it on a good deal because we get a discount with them. And I'll tell you why we get that in a second. I think we paid about £5 for this pot. There's a lot in there. I can't see the actual weight. Do you know the actual weight of the pot?
No, I'll find out.
There's quite a few grams in there. Go a long way. Yes, I think we paid about £5 for that, but it can be up to about £9 or £10. You just have to be wise about when you buy these things, because Myprotein tend to do what they call payday offers and things like that. I think maybe if you buy at the end of the month when payday's due and stuff like that, there's offers. We get 12% off all the Myprotein goods, not because we're exceptional or because we buy that much, but because we have something called Purple Disabled discount.
You can get 65 servings for £6.29.
65 servings for £6.29. So what's that? 9.8 pence a serving. That's cheap as chips. Cheap as Slimming World chips. We have this thing which Shell from Bean Feast 57 told me about, and it's called Purple Disabled discount. Purple. No, I knew I'd do that. Purple, no E on the end. Purple Disabled discount. If you have a disability of any kind and you can prove it, so you have any disability benefit, blue badge, disabled bus pass, any evidence that you are disabled, you can join Purple Disabled discount, and it gives you discounts on a lot of different companies, including things I think like Boots even. And a lady started this organisation to sort of make it fair for disabled people, make it easier for disabled people on the internet. All you need to do is you go on there, you register, you take a photograph of your disabled bus pass or your blue badge or whatever, you lodge it with them, and they will give you membership, which is free. And then we noticed that Myprotein, we've been using Myprotein for quite a long time. A friend encouraged us to use them. We noticed that Purple Disabled discount showed Myprotein as one of the people who gave a discount, and it actually said they give an 8% discount. When Joe got the code, pasted it into his Myprotein order, they gave us 12% off. Every bit helps.
Oh, sorry, you're at 23 minutes.
Okay, well I'm going to wind up now. I lost £0.5 this week, which was my aim. I am more than happy with that. £31.5 in 28 weeks is not failure. I feel 1,000% better for getting that £31.5 off. And I know you can too. But please don't go hungry to achieve it. Don't deprive yourself to achieve it. Because when you do get to wherever you want to be, you're going to have to deprive yourself forever to stay there. That's not what it should be about. Life's for living. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.